Next up on the NRSL Mello Yello Series brings us to the Milwaukee Mile at West Dallas, Wisconsin. As we're set for racing here today for 40 laps on this 1 mile flat track for the running of the DieHard 250. Had a good race in the Truck Series event. Had a 4 caution race over there, and maybe we'll have part of that in the Mello Yello race. Who's to say? But we'll see what happens here in the 40 laps that we're to run here today. And here's starting line for today's running of the event. On the pole is Cole Deaver, number 3, the AC Delco Chevrolet. He has one of our 3 in-car cameras in today's event as well. He'll be alongside Chris Dodd, number 3, number 88, the Navy Chevrolet. Chevrolet swept the top 3 spots. As inside row number 2 will be Ryan George, number 24, the DuPont Chevrolet. And the Amoco Ultimate Pontiac, number 93 of Matt McIntyre. Third row has Michael Turner, the winner at Charlotte, number 43, Bumper to Bumper Auto Value Toyota, and beside him will be Kev Shear, number 14, the Navy Chevrolet. Fourth row will have the number 62 South Point Hotel and Casino Chevrolet of Joshua Sakuli, and Jordan Anderson, number 18, the MBNA America Pontiac. Another Pontiac is the inside of the fifth row. It's Kyle Matthews, number 44, the Shell Pontiac, off to a very hot start this season as we near the halfway point. Dunn LaPresse starts outside of him, number 99, the Aaron Street Machine Toyota. Row number 6 has Benjamin Miles, car number 7, the Geico Chevrolet, and number 37, the Timberwolf Pontiac of Matt Haas has the outside. Next row down has number 10, the Nesquik Chevrolet of Paul Minnick, and beside him will be Nick Gunther, number 20, the GameStop Toyota. Next row down has the 27 Castrol GTX Chevrolet. It's William Brock on the inside trying to do what Casey Atwood did in these colors in 1999. And that was winning the event title. Next, alongside of him will be the Phillips 66 Trop Arctic Chevrolet. Car 29 of Trace Williams. And then it's Dougie Shear's car inside the next row down. In the Stacker 2 Chevrolet, his car number is 23. And the number 33, Ream Chevrolet, it's Jonathan Zorlin. Next row down is Phil Parker, car number 17, the DeWalt Tools Chevrolet. And another in-car camera car, it's Joshua Osborne, car 60, the Winn-Dixie Ford. And our third in-car camera will line inside this car, the number 94 New Holland Chevrolet, New Holland Ford of Jessica Shelton. She won at Bristol this season. Beside her will be the number 45 Sprint Spree Chevrolet of Zachary Fitzwater. Next row down has Luis Hernandez, car number 36, the Stanley Tools Pontiac, and the number 1 DeWalt Tools Chevrolet of JT Bryant. Then it's Chelsea Bowles, car 12, the Verizon Wireless Dodge, and the Detroit Gasket Chevrolet, car 72 of Daniel Olson. He was the winner at Talladega this season. Then it's Emmanuel Hardnick, car 00, the Aquafresh Pontiac, and the 38 Great Clips Toyota of Dylan Young. He won at Darlington this season. Next row down has John Arndt, car number 5, the Delphi Chevrolet, and number 63 Lysol Pontiac, and the winner at Michigan, Nick Baxter, a surprise winner at that last race on the tour at Michigan, at that race at Michigan Speedway. Then it's Andrew Perry, car 66, the Duraflame Dodge, and beside him will be the Atlanta winner, Joshua Collard, driving for Jennifer Jo Cobb, number 13 Mark 1 Electric Ford. Then it's Zach Flickinger, car 2, the AC Delco Chevrolet. And beside him will be Johnny Gardner, car 22, the Discount Tires Dodge. Next row down has Charles Sanford, car 74, the Fina Lube Chevrolet. And the number 89 Racing for Jesus Chevrolet, it's Quentin Moore on the outside. Next row down is Chris Dollerton, car 32, the Kleenex Chevrolet. And the winner at Las Vegas, Jesse Turner, and the Gould's Pump Chevrolet, car 34. And then starting scratch here will be Andrew Davis, car 87, the Bell South Mobility Chevrolet. And he will start in 39th position. So the field getting set for green flag racing here as we're about to get the command to fire the engines here for 40 laps of racing in the DieHard 250 at the Milwaukee Mile. As 39 drivers all in the goal of one thing, and that's victory. Here's the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
Command's been getting the fired engines as we get set for racing here today. Cole Deaver and Chris Dodd, 2 of the Chevrolets here. One a Richard Childress piece, and the other Actually, in some ways, there's both JR Motorsports pieces, to be honest here. Here, because number 3, actually it was a DEI piece, but actually, I guess you can count that JR Motorsports in some ways. And same with the 88 car, JR Motorsports piece as well. And these Monte Carlos are 10 years apart. Devers is a 1998 car, and Dodds is a 2008. But they'll both definitely be contenders here for the win here today, as well as some of these starters here today. And you can't go past the number 44 Shell Pontiac of Kyle Matthews, who has had a tremendous season so far, and keeping up with that great percentage of running here today this season. That he has actually got a 419 point lead coming into this event, with 3 wins on the season at Rockingham, Richmond, and at Iowa. Pace going on the pit road. Cole Deaver leads him down. Green flag waves, and the DieHard 250 is underway. Off corner number 2, Cole Deaver has the lead. Ryan George going into second position in car 24. As Dodd goes to the outside lane, actually, and is actually hung up to the outside. He's down to third position at the moment. And leading the lap will be Cole Deaver as he takes the number 3 AC Delco Chevy to the number 1 spot. Matt McIntyre kicked up to the high side, so to his Kev Shearer in 14. Trace Williams ducks down low here in car 29, so he'll go underneath Dunn LaPrade. Matt Haas losing spot as he lost one to William Brock in 27. And now Dougie Shears gets hooked up with Phil Parker. Phil Parker having another one having a solid season so far in his first try in the NR 2003 offline racing. And now Matt Haas, well, he and Nick Gunther got together, and Gunther just about lost it, coming out to number 2 in car number 20. As he maintains control of his race car, as we are on board with Joshua Osborne in car number 60. Running right there behind Gunther. Gunther's in 18th, Osborne in 19th. And whoa, he had trouble in with Osborne as he crashes along with Gunther and Dougie Shears. Gunther taps the back of Dougie Shears' car, sends him spinning, and collects Joshua Osborne while we were riding along with him. And that is caution number 1 on the 4th lap of the event here at the Milwaukee Mile. And leading him back to the stripe is Cole Deaver in car number 3. And there's the damaged up Thunderbird of Joshua Osborne, a 60 car, and I think he's going to be done for the day. Well, actually, he's not going to be done for today. He's in for an unscheduled pit stop to repair the damage and maybe get back out there on the racetrack and collect some points. Well, we were riding along with Joshua Osborne when this crash happened on the 4th lap of the event. Gunther goes to high side, gets a good run on Dougie Shears, but then he gets the back of Dougie Shears' car, turns him around, and then Gunther collects Osborne, and whoa, look at the air Dougie Shears gets in car 23. Just about to flip the car on its roof, but he gets back on all 4 wheels and gets her back going again. But, wow, that was a wild run for the 23 car of Dougie Shears. Just about on his roof, and turn 2, as we saw in the Truck Series event, turn 2 and 4 has been Calamity Corner on this racetrack. Well, we were riding with him when the crash happened, but let's ride again with Joshua Osborne on this. Osborne kind of mowing the grass with that machine here, as he is back on the racetrack, but in last place, 39th. or actually 38th position actually now, as Nick Gunther comes back on the racetrack, and he will be the one in last place. At least for the moment, he will be. Actually, my mistake. Gunther's actually last. It's actually 38th. Osborne's in 39th, actually 1 lap down. So he'll be alongside Cole Deaver on this restart here. Lap cars can present a problem. We'll see. We'll keep our eye on the 60 car and see what how the field will maneuver around him. It's Cole Deaver leading. Second position is Ryan George. Michael Turner third. Fourth is Joshua Sakuli, and Kyle Matthews in fifth. The green flag waves are back underway here at the Milwaukee Mile. Deaver pulls away from Osborne, but now Ryan George having trouble in the 24 car. And Joshua Sakuli gets hung up behind him now. Michael Turner goes by. Kyle Matthews at the high side of the racetrack in 24. Or number 44, excuse me. Matthews will pull ahead, and he'll take fourth from Sakuli. And Sakuli getting a little bit... darn pace car. Sakuli, I would imagine, getting a little bit frustrated here, hanging behind Osborne. And now finally, Sakuli says, screw it, I'm going by on the backstretch here, as now Paul Minnick, Trace Williams in 29, and William Brock in 27. And now Benjamin Miles, along with Chris Dodd and Matt McIntyre, hung up behind as well. Jordan Anderson goes by, Kev Shear, Phil Parker, Matt Haas in the 37 car. And Emmanuel Hartnett almost made it 3 wide in the double zero machine as they go down in the backstretch into the third turn now. Meanwhile, Cole Deaver continues to lead the race in number 3, as you're seeing right there on the ticker. But Ryan George, he's closing in that number 24 car. That's the 1999 DuPont Busch Series paint scheme that I believe Jeff Gordon drove, believe it or not. It was either him or Ricky. I think it was him and Ricky Hendrick both that drove that machine. But that is a 1999 Chevy that he's driving as they go down the third turn now. Deaver still out in front. George in second position. Ryan George goes to the inside of the racetrack here. Riding in the back bumper of Cole Deaver's machine. And going into turn number 1 at about 155 miles per hour. And that last time by for Deaver, that was as fast as lap 127.344 miles per hour. Michael Turner's third. Fourth is Kyle Matthews. Joshua Sakuli fifth. Paul Minnick is 6th position. 7th is Trace Williams. 8th is William Brock. 9th is Jordan Anderson. 10th is Kev Shear. Phil Parker's in 11th position. 12th is Matt McIntyre. 13th is Matt Haas. 14th is Emmanuel Hartnett. John Arndt in 15th position. 16th is Chelsea Bowles. Luis Hernandez 17th. 18th right now is Andrew Perry. Zachary Fitzwater 19th, and 20th is Zach Flickinger with Jessica Shelton in 21st position. On board Jessica Shelton's car. Shelton started 21st in this event, and that's where she's running right now. Benjamin Miles running 22nd position. 23rd is JT Bryant. 24th is Quentin Moore. Andrew Davis is 25th. 26th is Dylan Young. Johnny Gardner 27th. 28th is Daniel Olson. Darn pace car. And Joshua Osborne and Dougie Shears running right together. 60 and 23. Osborne, the only car a lap down in the 39th position. Charles Sanford running 34th. Dallerton 33rd, Jonathan Zorn's 33rd. Chris Dallerton matching his car number in 32nd. And now Jesse Turner goes inside now. Joshua Collard for position. Collard in the car he calls Jenny Joe. But right now he and Jenny Joe are going nowhere. They're running 30th at the moment. And Nick Gunther's actually the car in 38th position at the moment in car number 20. Cole Deaver still out in front here as we're approaching the halfway point of this race. Position staying status quo at the moment here. Paul Minnick, of course, having a good run here. He won the race at Texas Motor Speedway this season. He runs in 6th position right now in the Nesquik Chevrolet. Trace Williams, car 29, the Trop Arctic Phillips 66 Chevrolet. Runs in 7th position, and then right behind him, as we mentioned before, this car has a little history at the Milwaukee Mile. The Casey Atwood Castrol GTX colors. That gave Atwood the win of this race back in 1999, and William Brock, the man driving this car in this series. And that car still got some magic right now. He runs in 8th position at the moment. A good, solid top 10 run for the Castrol GTX Bruco Motorsports team. Jordan Anderson runs in 9th position, not to be confused with the Jordan Anderson that runs in Truck Series now. Phil Parker now makes his way into the top 10. He's in 10th position in the number 17 DeWalt Tool Chevy. So Phil having a strong run here at the Milwaukee Mile. He tested really well here today, or this season. And up the high side goes Ryan George. He and Michael Turner battling out for position. That's for 2nd. But Ryan George ain't having any of it as he is holding off Turner for the moment. But now Kyle Matthews is up the track now. Joshua Sakuli goes inside in the 62 machine. Matthews and Sakuli side by side. Now here comes car number 10. That's Paul Minnick. And the yellow flag is flown once again, actually, for the 2nd time here today. Oh, and it's Johnny Gardner, car number 22. It's crashed. Front end damaged up on a discount tire Dodge, and Joshua Collard's the other car involved in car 13. Now we got many more cars. We got other cars involved in this whole deal too, don't we? Yep, and it appears Matt McIntyre and Kev Shear got together in the 14 and the 93. McIntyre goes up the track in number 93, and he and Kev Shear gets together. He thought he was clear of Shear. And Shear turns Matt McIntyre around. Shear thought he was clear, and then both of them got hit. Andrew Perry hits Kev Shear, and I think Matt McIntyre got slammed by Zachary Fitzwater. And then a lot of cars pile up there. Chelsea Bowles, Johnny Gardner, Jesse Turner, Joshua Card rear ends Dunn LaPrade. And you saw several cars squeezing up on the outside. Right, squeeze on the outside there. Daniel Olson, 72. Oh, and Chris Thornton, 32, crashed. Let's take a look again from the far chase view. This is Johnny Gardner's view right there in car 22. Yeah, you see right there. See right up ahead there. That's where. Yeah, there's where Fitzwater hits McIntyre up ahead, and several cars slamming their brakes to a stop there. Chelsea Bowles and Jessica Shelton both, and then JT Bryant gets turned, and Shelton I don't think she comes away with too much damage to her machine. In fact, I don't think she comes away with damage at all. Shelton did a great job missing that wreck. But then right there, Dunn LaPrade turns Nick Baxter around. Same time, Joshua Card studs Chris Thornton in the turn 3 wall. And then Joshua Osborne saves in the Collard. And then Nick Gunther runs right into Dollarton's car. Hard hit for both Dollarton and Gunther. We do have in-car cameras on both Osborne and Shelton's car, both. This is the second wreck Joshua Osborne's been in, too. So Osborne thought he was clear of it, and he wasn't. Jessica Shelton's view. Well, actually, Jess and JT Bryant both got together here. And that was good time. We're back to green flag racing here on lap number 26, or lap number 27 of this event. So, good thing I decided to get the wreck footage here. There was a lot of stuff. There was a lot of things that happened in that wreck, though. But we just barely made the restart on this one here. Cole Deaver leads the race with now 14 laps to go. Second is Ryan George. Third is Michael Turner. Fourth is Joshua Sicoli. Fifth is Kyle Matthews. Sixth position is Paul Minnick. And going for seventh position, there is Trace Williams and William Brock. That's for seventh position here. It looks like William Brock's going to go with Paul Minnick. Minnick, the sixth position right now. Seventh is William Brock. Bill Parker about to follow Brock as well there. Parker goes to eighth. And to ninth position going is John Arndt, car number 5, as he's gotten by Trace Williams for position. But the man has pretty much dominated this race so far is Cole Deaver, number 3 number 3 AC Delco Chevy. We're riding with Deaver right now in car number 3 as he has got now 11 laps to go. Starter from the pole has led every lap so far, but that man in the 24 car, though, Ryan George, is not giving up at all. A pair of Chevy Monte Carlos going out of here. Then you got a Toyota in third with Michael Turner. Fourth position is, as we said, is Sicoli. Fifth is Matthews. Sixth is Minnick. Seventh is William Brock. Then Phil Parker eighth. John Arndt ninth. And Luis Hernandez going up to the 10th position in car 36. Matt Haas in 11th position. Zach Flickinger damaged up and all is running 12th right now in car number 2. Quentin Moore in 13th position. 14th right now is Trace Williams. And going 15th is Jessica Shelton, whom you are on board with in car number 94. Sorry for the lag right here. Some lag issues with Jessica Shelton's in-car camera. And meanwhile, we got a battle for the lead shaping up here. Cole Deaver versus Ryan George. 3 and 24 is like an old-fashioned Dale Earnhardt and Jeff Gordon battle here. Except in this case, it would be Jeff Gordon versus Dale Earnhardt Jr. to be honest. But anyway, but they are counting on the laps out. Now we're down to 8 laps to go here, and Deaver stretches out a little bit on Ryan George for the moment. Ryan George kind of laying back here, kind of waiting for a run. See some damaged up cars from that right here. Jesse Turner started inside of Deaver, actually, believe it or not. There's Chelsea Bowles, damaged up in 25th position. There's Daniel Olson. He's in 20. Daniel Olson's actually in 26, 27 this year. Dougie Shear's damaged up. JT Bryant's damaged up. Jordan Anderson has now dropped back to the 22nd position after being hung up on the high side of the racetrack. But now 6 laps to go in this race here. It's all Cole Deaver leading this race in car number 3, the AC Delco Chevrolet. Joshua Sekuli's now gotten by Kyle Matthews for 4th position. And Jessica Shelton's now gotten by Chris Dodd for 14th position now, as now Dodd goes back inside of Shelton. Shelton also with a rear bumper cam. Chris Dodd was our outside pole sitter for the event. Shelton now trying to close up on the back of 29 Trace Williams in the 13th position, as he is now battling with the 89 of Quentin Moore. And Ryan George closing back in for the lead on Cole Deaver as Ryan knows time is running out there. Now down to 3 laps to go. Deaver hung up. Deaver up the high side. Here comes Ryan George for the lead. Deaver goes high and the car gets loose. George to the inside lane. He'll take the lead from Deaver with now 2.5 laps to go in the event. But now can Cole Deaver come back? Ryan George, car 24, takes the lead with now 2 laps to go in the event. But can Deaver come back in car number 3? George has got to go up high on the racetrack. That's what's gonna have to happen for Deaver to get to take the lead back and possibly get the win. And they come to the start-finish line now. The white flag will be waving. 1 lap to go for Ryan George, trying for his first Mello Yello Series victory. But Deaver is closing back up again in car number 3. In the turn number 1 they go. George out in front. Car 24, the DuPont Chevrolet for the team of Gordon Hendrick Motorsports. Deaver tries to close back up again, but it's not going to happen. Car number 24, Ryan George wins the DieHard 250 here at the Milwaukee Mile. And oh, what a heartbreaker for Cole Deaver. Had led every lap until it got down to 3 laps to go, and his car gets loose. Up the high side it goes. Ryan George sees the opportunity, and it paid off for the number 24 team. Ryan George gets the win in the DieHard 250, average speed of 100.565 miles per hour. So that's 17 races in the books here in the NRSL Mello Yello Series. Ryan George wins. Cole Deaver 2nd. 3rd will be Michael Turner. Joshua Sekuli 4th. And how about another top 5 for Kyle Matthews, the number 44 Shell Pontiac, excuse me. And continuing on that great percentage he's put up this season. And that should all the more extend his points lead. He's already got a very humongous 400-point lead coming into this event. And the rest of the drivers hoping something goes wrong with Matthews in the last half of the season for them to have a championship locked up. But you never know sometimes. Paul Minnick ends up 6th position. 7th is William Brock. A great day for the Castrol GTX team. Phil Parker was 8th. 9th is John Arndt. 10th is Luis Hernandez. Matt Haas finishes 11th position. 12th position will go to Quentin Moore. Trace Williams 13th. Chris Dodd 14th. Emmanuel Hardin in 15th, 16th position will be Jonathan Zorlin. Charles Sanford, great day for him, moves up to the 17th position. Jessica Shelton, 18th. 19th will be Nick Baxter. Jordan Anderson will come home in 20th. Rest of the lead lap finishers in this event here: Zach Flickinger, Dunn LaPrade, JT Bryant, Dougie Shears, Chelsea Bowles, Daniel Olson, and Kev Shearer was the last car in the lead lap, and the car a lap down was Jesse Turner. Cars out of the race, there were 11 cars out: Dylan Young, Benjamin Miles, Matt McIntyre, Zachary Fitzwater, Nick Gunther, Andrew Perry, Johnny Gardner, Andrew Davis, Joshua Collard, Chris Darton, and Joshua Osborne are all out of the race. That's going to kill some of them in the points as well. But for Ryan George, he made the right move at the right time when he needed to, and it paid off for the win, holding in a classic duel with Cole Deaver as he'll take the win in the Milwaukee Mile in the DieHard 250. Next race on the tour, we'll go from one flat 1 mile. We'll go from one flat 1 mile trek to another as we go to New Hampshire International Speedway for the triple header for trucks, Mello Yello, and Cup. As we'll have the race over there too. So until then, James Qualls has been a production of the NRSL, and we'll see you next time.